doesn't want to be consistent? In every manhwa, we love the MCs, and what makes them fantastic is when they are overpowered. And overpowering MCs from the beginning are the best method to keep readers on track. Characters who consistently reveal incredible power are truly legends. What can they do to level up if they already have enough power? Come join me in releasing the power of overpowering MCs. Coming at number 11, Second Life Ranker. Chen Yunwoo's life is a living hell. His father died when he was a small boy, leaving him alone. When he turned a teenager, his brother left him to go to the Sun God Tower. After the 5-year disappearance of young brother Woo's, an unexpected possession of a pocket watch emerged. Yunwoo came across a journal detailing his brother's search for an elixir. Young brother Woo stated in the journal that he may be far dead by the time Yunwoo receives the message. It's a world where the pyramid, the Sun God's Tower, connects together multiple universes and dimensions. Young brother Woo was deceived in the tower, and as a result of the betrayal, he murdered. Yunwoo chose to climb the tower with the help of his brother's diary after discovering the truth. Coming at number 10, Overgeared. The MC discovers a book that allows him to change his class after completing an almost impossible task in a game. So, rather than finishing the quest, he utilizes the book to become a legendary blacksmith. Are you a gamer at heart? I'm sure you can identify to Shin Young-woo, who had a bad life until his life became virtual. Shin Young-woo is a savvy businessman who is just interested in making money. His character may irritate you, yet it allows him to grow as a person. Shin Young-woo's life is played out through his character name, Grid, just like any other virtual reality game. The developing substance of our MC's adventure is what makes this novel so appealing. Young-woo will have his luck in his journey to the Northern End Cave, where he will discover the Pagma's rare book and become a legendary class player, despite his chaotic life. Coming at number 9, MaxLevel Returner. When the MC reaches the maximum level, the public are teleported back somewhere within the game-like world. Earth. This also draws the monsters, so it's a win-win situation. The entire planet is turned into a battleground for them. A virtual reality game made Yoon Sang-hyuk's life miserable. A massive phenomena happened around the world where millions of people disappeared and entered a new world, the Eternal World. In 22 long years, Sang-hyuk was able to beat the horrifying survival game. After winning the game, Sang-hyuk received a reward, Return. He was dubbed as the one-man army and the strongest of all the players during the game. He came back to reality with the only person who ever received the reward, Return. But his homecoming embarks on a new survival feat. The start of the MaxLevel Returner. Coming at number 8, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint is about Dr. our MC, who is an office worker, so he isn't living his best life. The only joy he has is reading the web novel 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. His life takes a sudden turn. Have you ever dreamed and wanted it to happen in real life? Sounds impossible, right? But what's more impossible is when the novel you are reading comes to life, and an apocalypse is about to begin. What are your ways to survive? Doctor's sole interest is to read his favorite novel 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. But then one day, his favorite novel came to reality and he is the only person who knows what will happen to the end. With his knowledge, he will face the story that is about to change his lonely life. His understanding and realization will be his weapon to rewrite the story that he is reading. Coming at number 7, the Archmage returns after 400 years. Lucas Trauman is the strongest mage to ever exist. He is so strong that despite being a human, he challenges the demigods. This doesn't end well as he gets trapped in an endless abyss. How does it feel to be overflowing with mana? Let's ask Lucas Trauman. Lucas Trauman, despite being a human, is the strongest mage to ever live. He surpasses monsters and even challenges a demigod. With the punishment bestowed to him for the disruptions of natural laws and chaos, he was sentenced to imprisonment in the eternal abyss. On his return after 400 long years, he swore to have his revenge on the demigod who gave him injustice. As the Archmage returns, his legends are still told and praised. Now, he will continue to showcase his overflowing mana and prove that humans are not simply humans. Coming at number 6, Doombreaker. In a post-apocalyptic world that was taken over by the Demon Lord, the only human that still lives is the hero, Zephyr. He is engaged in his last desperate battle against the overpowered final boss. Ever wish to be the only man on Earth? If yes, then I think you'll be forever single. Zephyr, the last human being able to withstand fighting the evil in an abandoned world by gods, was killed by the god, Tartarus, the god of destruction. The hope in humanity was nowhere to be found after the death of Zephyr. But his fate was sealed when the gods gave him a second chance after giving an interesting fight. He was sent to the past when he was still a slave and not the most powerful human alive. With the chance he was given, he must survive and gain victory in the next battle against Tartarus. He must save his beloved woman to break the doom of the past. Coming at number 5, Jungle Juice. Jungle Juice follows the story of our MC, who suddenly grew a pair of wings with a bug spray by the name of Jungle Juice. He keeps this a secret from everyone else. When you see a bug, please don't step on it. They have lives to live. What if that bug has many kids to feed? Or what if that bug is not feeling well? Kidding aside, because Sachin Jang knows a bug's life. Sachin overcame his lonely life when he was a kid. He had been treated differently when he was young because he is an orphan, but in his college, he became the campus crush. But with a single bug spray, his life becomes miserable when a human mantis tries to devour him. Underneath his almost perfect social life, Sachin Jang has a heavy secret in his back. His wings. When hope is nowhere to be grasped for Sachin, a whole new world opens for him where he can be normal again. Insect humans live in harmony. Sachin opens his paired wings and will survive in the jungle world. Coming at number 4, Villain to Kill. Cassian Lee was sentenced to death after being falsely accused of killing his colleague. He thought it was the end, but he opened his eyes once more. However, he wasn't in his body anymore but in the body of a renowned villain. Coming at number 3, The Beginning After the End. The MC is poisoned by his enemies and thus has to leave behind the life he had. Instead, he is born into another world where he has a family that loves him. With his knowledge from his past life, he is now willing to protect the things he never had. Speaking about riches, strength, wealth, and prestige, King Grey is unrivaled in terms of these possessions. However, our Grey was a king in a world where martial ability measures your ability to succeed. But what is the beginning after the end for our MC? When the king awakens in a new world filled with magic and monsters, he realizes that he has been given a second chance to live his life. He was reincarnated but born in a poor family. It's ironic, right? He must relive his pride being the king. Despite the peace and prosperity of the new world, a dark undercurrent threats to destroy everything he has worked for, leading him to question his place in the universe as well as his reason for being reborn. Coming at number 2, Mercenary Enrollment. Yu Aijin was the only survivor of an unfortunate plane crash when he was little. As he survived for 10 years after the plane crash, he became a mercenary and finally went to return to his family's hometown. A child lost his parents at an early age. Being an 8-year-old kid, he was forced to become a mercenary child right after losing his parents in a plane crash and became stranded in a foreign land. Talk about Tarzan, I guess someone would relate. Lee Jin-yu was young and innocent but after 10 years, he returned home and was reunited with his family in Korea, where he can sustain himself with enough food and shelter. This place seems like everything is peaceful but Lee Jin soon learns that the world also revolves around survival. With only 1 year left in high school, the teenager Lee Jin-yu must master new strategies to drive around the schoolhouse battleground. Now, he must surpass this feat of survival with his remaining year of high school because it's either he will overcome the school or the school will be over him. Coming at number 1, My Dad is Too Strong. Our handsome MC living the simple life, no bloodshed and no trouble when out of nowhere, a young girl comes up to him longing to be taken in as his child until she graduates high school. As the title suggests, who can be more OP than our daddy, Lee Da-jun? After getting hit by Truck Kuan, our daddy Lee Da-jun woke up in a world called Murim, where he got his skill which allowed him to return to the previous day when he died. Simply, he became immortal. In his 17 hours operation in a hospital on the Earth, He was involved in several bloody battles in Murim where he became the strongest heavenly demon. Being the strongest hunter, he woke up again and returned to his own world to live normally. Little did he know, a daughter out of nowhere was waiting for him. Now, he will embark on his newly obtained powerful personality and tell his daughter bedtime stories about his journey and how her dad is too strong. Thank you for watching. See you soon.